I think that the concept that really articulates the problem, the problem proposition, if you like, it's curriculum relevance. To what extent is the curriculum really preparing young people for the world as it is today? And to illustrate that, I'm in a very unique and I feel very blessed position to be at once a head of school and a teacher, but also a researcher in education. And straddling those two worlds, you sense the disconnect. You'll go to a conference where we're talking about the futures of education. You'll be in a think tank where we're exploring 21st century competences. You'll be involved in a publication on education for peace. You'll be doing research on developing creativity, innovation, and future fitness in the mind. And then you go back to school, even the school you're running, and you walk through the corridors. And when you're in the primary section, there's a lot of great learning going on, a lot of excitement, a lot of creativity, a lot of sharing, a lot of interpersonal competence development, a lot of joy. But as you move up towards the senior lessons, you can walk past classrooms where there's a vibrant intellectual discussion happening or a very high-powered presentation. And I love those moments. But very often, especially if it's sort of from about February towards June, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's about exam preparation. And it's with me as if it happened yesterday. I can remember walking past the class and they were discussing English literature. And the teacher had asked the class a question and the student had responded. And the teacher said, "What does it say on the mark scheme?" And it just dawned to me there that certainly from a student's perspective, because they have to leave high school with credentials, with grades, with certification, they're jumping through hoops that have been created by the assessment model. And it's actually the tail wagging the dog. And that's where that lack of curriculum relevance is there. We're teaching to the test. We're learning to the test. Typically, senior classrooms will be about going through mark schemes, examiner notes, understanding what the rater wants from you, understanding how you can play the game, how you can get the best score, which is not really learning. And it's certainly not learning deep 21st century competences. And I thought, wow, this has to change. Our education model is on this score, maybe not everywhere, but certainly on this score, it's fundamentally wrong.
Okay. Human intelligence is not a single narrow construct. The assessment system, and I'm reading notes from your very interesting book, the assessment system should be formative, that is, designed to help learning. Individuals invest in education if the benefits in the form of increased earnings over their lifetime exceeds the cost. Graduates aim for certificates and diplomas because these tell employers that the graduates are worthwhile investment. They are showing the world what they have done rather than investing in their potential to do more. Of course, you're discussing this critically.